Hi everyone. I think we're live. My name is Francesca Beard. Welcome to Platform Poets. Hello world, and thank you for joining us. So Platform Poets has been working together for a number of weeks. We used to meet every Wednesday evening at the Hive, which is a really cool room where Team London Bridge works, and they let us hang out there on a Wednesday, and we wrote, and we were writing to perform original pieces of work at London Bridge for International Poetry Day. It was like a really big deal. London Bridge is a crazy performance venue, super challenging, loads of health and safety, loads of commuters rushing around, loads of noise, loads of footfall, but an audience that didn't expect poetry. And so it was really high risk and scary challenge to write for that. However, as you probably have heard, life changed quite dramatically in an unexpected way, and we no longer could go and perform at London Bridge. We all had to stay in our homes and self-isolate, and there were no live performances anymore. So we have decided to bring our poetry to you, to your kitchens and living rooms and bedrooms, wherever you are. We've come to find you, and we're glad that you've come to find us. We want to thank the City of London. We want to thank Team London Bridge. We want to thank Apples and Snakes for letting us work together on this amazing, risky, fun project. And we really want to thank you for tuning in and seeing the work that we really poured our hearts and soul into. And we were trying to deal with like big issues of love and loss and fear and being an individual with desires and wants in 7 million other people's pathways, and how we navigate who we are. And suddenly COVID-19 kind of came like a massive asteroid and crash landed into all of us, and time froze and kind of flew up into the air, and it's still like a kind of slow motion car crash, and we still don't really know the kind of world that we're going to end up in when things do land. But what we do know is that we're here now, we're alive, and the things that we were caring about and talking about before this all happened will still be things that we care about. And yeah, I'm going to stop talking and let my friends introduce themselves. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy, and welcome to Platform Poets. Oh, one more thing. Sorry. One more thing. We're going to have a short break because tonight is the night that many people want to open their front doors at around 8 o'clock and clap for the carers and the people on the front line who put their lives at risk. And yeah, so if you want to do that, we will be taking a short break just beforehand. It'll be very short, but yeah, 5 minutes. So please come back and join us after that. Yeah, okay. Welcome to Platform Poets.
A's. Who here finds themselves on a journey?
Amy. Who here is afraid that they're addicted to their smartphone?
Bridey. What is it to feel?
Caroline. Who here is looking for peace?
Ellie. How do we live in a body?
James. Whose body rebels against home?
Joshua. Who here is here?
Kit. How many kinds of reincarnation are there?
Linnéa. Can you be understood?
Louise Goodfield. Who here feels that their life is killing time?
Louise, have you ever spoken to somebody who isn't there?
Natalie Anastasia, what is the meaning of the journey if we find no home in each other?
Natasia, do we go to the same place when we dream?
Sharmay, what can we make from nothing?
Yasmine, what does it mean to feel at home in your body?
Yasmine, how does space set us free?
Attention all passengers. Please do not leave your emotional baggage unattended.
He travels with me, my cabin baggage, tucked in a bit towards the back, behind a place I keep my best ideas stacked, unattended. One day I will open my own bakery. One day I will quit my job and move to Japan. One day I will start a family. He's just in front of my dismembered Barbie dolls and ripped out pages from Nancy Drew books, piled high, covered in a thick layer of dust. I've been meaning to clean up, but spring cleaning is just too emotional. I speak to him sometimes. What do you think of this one? Should I grow my hair? Pasta and pesto for dinner. I always know what he's going to say, although I no longer recognise the sound he makes, like the low creak of a breeze just before spring, through a crack in the door that was shut too quick.
Attention all passengers. You're reminded that smiling is now permitted on all routes.
Could I fit in your suitcase? And if I could, would you carry me? At first, it will be fun. You can feed me the last of the bread, and I'll lie at your feet in one of those capsule hotels at the heart of Tokyo. And then, just before I gather dust, before you clean me up, I could be your emotional baggage, waltzing around the carousel in an empty airport. I'll say your hair looks nice when you grow it long, and I will ask you, where are we going? And you will smile regardless through it all, because there is nothing else to do.
Attention all passengers. This is a health and safety announcement. Nothing is safe. I repeat, nothing is safe.
Nothing's safe anymore. Back when I was young, we never locked the door. No one ever got hit by cars back then. Now anyone can be carrying a bomb or a virus or one of those Swedish discs that makes your computer try to kill you. I wish I could just live in one of those capsules. My cat by my feet. I'd feed him bread, you know, he loves that. We'd lie there, get pumped full of drugs, and enter some sort of trance state where we share the same dream, running through soft grass without any ticks or bugs, with birds that never shit, and one of those pleasant deers that stays at a reasonable distance. And we'd never lock the doors because everything was safe. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Attention all passengers. You are reminded that manspreading is not permitted and may result in your being asked to leave the train.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could be like a man spreading myself all over like a virus? I would stretch until I filled the walls. Fill the alcove, even the spots under the TV, the bit I always forget to clean, coat myself in dust like glitter at Glastonbury. I'd become waves, unseen but feel ears, and the cochlea electric shock to the brain until you are moved from some sort of trance state. I would run through soft grass, face the sun like it was meant for me, let my skin feed like those daffodils that emerge, a brash, yellow reminder. I would let the colour return to my face like how spring stretches out each minute so it isn't dark yet. I would let my fingers feel the softness of air. Let them know I am still there.
Attention all passengers. We apologise for the delay. We would like to remind you that time is an amazingly fluid concept.
I am still here, I think. How could I possibly be sure if I am here? I am spreading myself far too thin. The TV is the only thing still showing a sign of life, filling the hours, passing. I hear what goes on outside. Footsteps in the lane behind my garden and the neighbour's wall, a dry cough on an empty platform. I think I'm running out of steam. A voice in my head or somewhere above me says that we are delayed, but I'm not sure I ever left. I can't remember how long I have been here, waiting for something that never seems to happen.
Attention all passengers. You're advised to mind the gap between the timetable and reality.
This is how I'll do it. I'll make myself a timetable, organise my thoughts, schedule my day, make sure all time is accounted for. I'll leave the flat once, walk down the lane between my wall and the neighbour's garden. Make sure it's not long enough for the neighbours to take notice. I'll put every minute down in my timetable. I've thought much about it, you see. I'll put every minute down so I can spread myself thinner and thinner. Become so thin and only a second long. Then I'll finally be able to fit into the gaps, to live there suspended, in between my timetable and reality. My time will stretch and stretch as the delays grow longer. I'll finally be able to watch my fingernails grow, take naps when second becomes minutes, take up hobbies when minutes become hours. You see there, in between, all time is infinite, and as it passes I'll just spread thinner, delaying each finite stretch into smaller and smaller fractions.
Attention all passengers and staff. We would like to remind you of our common humanity. Now that anyone could be carrying a bomb or a virus, you could get pumped up full of drugs, leave your best ideas stacked and unattended. But life is a door that shuts too quickly, so smile regardless through it all, because there's nothing else to do except live there, suspended. While you can, run through soft grass, in between where all time is infinite. Face the sun as if it is meant for you. Let us know you are still there.
Let us know you are still there.
Let us know that you are still there.
Let us know you're still there.
And if you think you may have died, stand outside and touch bellies with another song. Take it in turns to lob a preferably hard ball high into the air. Don't break eye contact until the thud of the ball Grip green jacket until the thud of the ball. Fight the flight until the thud of the ball hits the floor. Place shower head over your cranium and slowly turn the cold tap to the left. Feel rebellion begin in your fingers and a grin grow wide in your belly. Naked and dripping, dry yourself with an electric fan. If things are really awful, stick the tip of your nipple in the fan. Life will heat up. Wear a used sanitary pad as a hat to a meeting that could have been an email. Disguise the word cock in a cough to a meeting that could have been an email. Then celebrate at never being asked to a meeting that could have been an email again by inviting a bumblebee round to gloat on your nose. Feel the possibility of life's sting tickle your skin. And when the tube pulls into the platform, flip, eager beavers, the royal wave as you walk towards the open doors as slow as you dare. Then count the beats. 1. Feel a scream crawl up your toes. 2. Burst out of your breastbone. 3. Hurtling you forwards, breathless, 4. At the thought of just missing it.
My skin drinks the sun under new rules that compress my body's orbits to a peach pit. Bubbles drip from the tips of my eyelashes, hazing days into memory foam, into ice crystals that shatter when sirens slice the air, leaving cracks in pavements, cracks in the air crackles, and struck by the lightning of our collective thoughts, trees splinter, turning solid life into brittle matchstick wood. And parts of my body ache, and 80 minutes later, and the trees raised anguish fists to the sky, twisted limbs too far to knock helicopters from the thickening air. Helicopters that fly over each night. And each night men with guns run through my dreams, and dreams dissolve to days, but still they lurk. Titans of the myth of progress. Hidden in the shadows of their crumbling structures, mushrooms burst forth, alive in decaying spaces. In the aftermath, smoke unfurls its ribbons to a roaring sky, wisps longing upwards to the stratosphere, through gently breathing clouds, fragile, rimmed with silver, but still heavy-bellied with liquid gold.
School bell beckons us home. We are a queue of loose ties that loop round the road with our globes and pass holders in hand. We're head bopping, we're snap double tap shuffle reacting, we're snap double tap share talking back in San Francisco and Roboto. We connect in TikToks. Seconds, minutes lost, scrolling up from finger and thumb for bus. It stops. And in hordes, we board and shift and fit ourselves like puzzle pieces pregnant with nylon shields perfectly placed. Our entrance punctuated by sticky one stills, double beeps, peaks and mandems, pop-in Walker's packets and lock-in screen phones. The ebbs and flows of au revoir, Addison and bonjour. Here language is free. Once constructed and confined by the bricks that once built the canon, cementing civilizing missions mentality with curriculum, we were taught to iron out the creases of our dialect. told to talk RP proper, pronounce our t-t-t-t's so solidly, and with X's and Y's we find ourselves playing hide and seek. So outside society's child games, the gates and the grades, our words roam free. Here and now we scat our syllables, sing in sister symphonies, speak in brother tongues, imitating ones once won by those who won fellowships and Brits and Mobos. We do so over rumbling engine bass and finger drum percussion on backs of bus seats, street name ad-libs, stop buttons, the unwanted synth and change of driver announcements now woven into the rhythm of our city song. We leave home talk marked in Sharpie on bus glass like we're titling our CD. Eventually, I watch friends get off one by one, sometimes in twos or threes. The soundscape begins to slow fade into conversation. Seats, once painted canvases for kids, now blank spaces. The bus grumbles to a halt, terminates. Songs left unpaused until we all meet. Same time, same place, to play and raise the volume again.
We are standing at the entrance to Tootingbeck Tube. I feel the pavement beneath my feet. The breeze catches in the caves of my ears. You have my hand and are walking. I see the toggles of your fingers around mine, outstretched. You turn, and before I see the skin of your face, I remember, and that's when you disappear. Then we are standing at the entrance to Tootingbeck Tube. I feel the earth beneath my feet, verdant and shiny with health. Trees grow tall, the buildings are ruined gorgeously, little animals caper around the ivy. You tug at my hand. The Thames is clear now. You can see the fishes. I gaze at your lips. Before I raise my eyes to meet yours, I remember, and that's when you disappear. Then we are standing at the entrance to Tootingbeck Tube. You kneel in the corner, jeans in the dust, massive shoulders hulk into the brick. I watch you like a cat watches a human as you collapse to the side. Then I remember, and we are standing at the entrance to Tootingbeck Tube. You're wearing a baguette as a hat, and your moustache is twirled at the corners. Alors, je me souviens, and you disappear. Next time, I put my hands on your shoulders, hold you in place, and inspect. Everyone on the beck stops what they're doing and looks at us. Beneath my quivering hands, your shoulders tense and relax as if you are one whole heart beating. Your youngness breathes in every one of your hairs, and you grow beneath my palms like a rose in a garden. I refuse to remember that you disappeared. Then we are standing at the entrance to Tootingbeck Tube. A church bell rings in a tower that should be shut. It got me, you say. A question mark dangles like a fish from a hook. Yeah, I say. Our smiles are bitter, and our hands weep as they kiss. Everything disappears, except you. And then you're alone.
Natalie Anastasia, a Northern Line to King's Cross. I died on the tube and no one noticed. Hit the decks faster than you can say, bro. Leeds to London bridged by broad, brash tongue. The only questions asked whispered out from anxious eyes. They gambled glances between strangers and my body. Feeling ever stranger in my body, I ask, am I just a body to you? The only ones granted amnesty travelled in twos, took refuge in Speaker's Corner. Tossed worried whispers back and forth like unwanted gifts. Commuters rendered powerless by underground code and charming English ineptitude. The Tube, putting the mute in commute since 1863. On modern dissension, London swag shattered into shards. Southern hospitality left at the gates. If you are feeling unwell, please get off at the next station. Please mind the gap between your expectation and our obligation. Please mind the gaping admission in our swift departure. The consequence of too many bodies heaving in one space. The tube is the blind eye turned, the white of the eye that does not see. This space does not breathe short, sharp breaths. It is the difference between the journey and home. And as I take my last breath, I wonder if there is light at the end of this tunnel. I wonder if this light is Yorkshire tea with a mediocre biscuit and warm A-ups at frosty bus stops. I close my eyes, short circuit into silence. I see King's Cross Station, Technicolor stop motion. The Leeds train awaits to take me home.
Hi guys, I'm moved to tears with that. We are going to have a 5-minute break to clap for our carers, and we will see you in 5 minutes. See you on the other side.
As the multi-wheeled subterranean wagon eases into London Bridge Station, Inspector Gadget Coat invites artificial breeze to disrupt its hem. These underground platforms stand as islands of kind respite, punctuating long-standing arguments between track and carriage, in tunnels where they kiss their teeth like cantankerous snakes and shriek expletives like every depression is the agonizing first time. I guess it's just the way of the underground. The doors open, an enema flushes out human cargo, and a seeing-eye dog immediately turns nasty. Intimidates the young woman out of the priority seating. Its owner pats it on the head disapprovingly, and Seeing Eye smugly nuzzles his knee, humming Whitney Houston's lyrics, "I learned from the best, I learned from you." Already aboard, a German puppy from Alsace excitedly presses its wet nose into the glass, but Seeing Eye gives side-eye disdain, quashing any hopes of friendship. Likewise, the humans, not quite knowing how to share space, challenge their discomfort with proximity. They position their eyes as though every head is Medusa. But what are they protecting if their hearts are already stone? I guess it's just the way of the underground. Meanwhile, two bodies defy the unwritten rules as they share one seat. Their limbs are unbridled and their unbridled joy spilling over into their neighbour's territory. Although no one is looking, everyone is looking. Whatever happened to no touching, no talking, just transporting? Such public displays of affection, these alien space invaders must be tourists. 100 tuts are subdued only by the really loud longing for such foreign behaviours to be British. I guess it's just the way of the underground. The sudden intensifying of in-tunnel screeching pitch signifies the coming of the Antichrist just shy of Southwark. But it's candy floss tickling the ears of passengers who wear noise-cancelling headphones and seasoned resting London face, casually drinking in the cacophonous din like cool beverage. Even babies don't flinch. I guess it's just the way of the underground. A homeless man enters from the adjoining carriage, some coins in an outstretched palm. His effortless balance against the violent sway of the train is balletic defiance. He talks, but his shoes speak more eloquently. He sharpens his tools for extracting empathy, but aggression utilizes the faces of those who die of shame within. It's possible the compassion that they have lost swells in the dark pools of his eyes, and that embarrassment makes him forever apparition. But I guess it's just the way of the underground.
Even the weather touches your body in ways that you do not like, a slobbery French kiss from the sky. The creature goes, shit, crawls into your mouth and just sits there. When you are mid-fuck, mid-moan, when you least expect it, running late to work, running late to friends. The wind turns the legs of a woman's red umbrella upwards, splayed towards the onslaught. The creature is every school bully, barking, braying, as someone calls you she, shit, shit, shit. You wonder, what did she do to deserve? What did she do to deserve that? The creature has you contemplating,
bearing a badge of arms, scars etched deep into skin, warrior wounds won from this back and forth. Creature and you, would that make it even? Boss the battle but lose the war, 1-0 to you.
What did any of us
know
that? You wipe pollution off your face, the cotton pad grimy with shame.
You reckon with release, sinking under, letting tepid bathwater fill your airways, inflating lungs until you float.
Away, away, away.
Through the ceiling cement, seamen do not sink, see a man, you want to see a way through this dysfunction, this desire to disappear, dust to dust.
And Lord knows you have been full of somebody else's breaths.
On days absent of hope, you bargain with baptisms of blade to flesh, with foreign hands, fiddling, fixing, to cutting your way through to comfort.
Substance trickles down the rivulets of your thighs, forming new tributaries unbidden. A tail wags against your leg, a hair against your wrist.
The days where you accept, this is the status quo. Nothing more, nothing less. There are days where you lull yourself towards courage and conviction that bodies are just bodies. And everything is projection and pretend. That your body can be a canvas of its own making. That a chest is just a chest.
Nothing more, nothing less. Do you, A, shut your future out in the rain, or B, let it come crawling back in, licking your knee, begging chance?
The softness of curves can mean nothing more than a gift for lovers to hold close.
Salvation, baby.
Baby, you can be saved over and over. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
On the best days, you are lounging in lover's arms.
And everything feels possible, within reach, even peace.
It's the slam jolt, bone knock, sick yowl of wanting you. It's the spine crawl of it, the lurch fall of it, the knee give unfairness of it all in it. It's the thought sneaking, shuddered unspeaking, jerking, halting, sternum shrieking at it. It's the body roar of it, the raven's call for it, the oh, I only need a morsel more of it. So hold on, grip tight, wake up burned in the night with it, beat that heart sick, live that talk tick, take the drop kick of the waiting for you. Well, it's just me. Now I won't see. Now I'll clench my life too tight to be in it.
This city is your oyster, so top it up with England's capital and follow me on my journey to London Bridge as our destination. I hop onto the TfL Underground at Wimbledon South as I begin the Northern Line from this station. The tube is well rehearsed with its lines. After all, 1863 was the year it was born. Breezes through Collier's Wood within the blink of an eye like it's a cocky American actor on Broadway tooting their own horn. For a split second, I wonder what personal journey the woman sat beside me may be going through as we proceed from Beck to Balham. But then I block out the rest of the world while I shuffle through 3 rap albums.
Alexa, please turn off the alarm. Alexa, open the curtains. Oh, on second thoughts, Alexa, close the curtains. Alexa, turn on the television. Alexa, turn off the television. Alexa, turn off the television. Alexa, didn't you hear me? I said, turn it off. Alexa, please look up ocean acidification. Alexa, please look up global migration. Alexa, please look up mass extinction. Alexa, you can stop now. I don't want to know anymore. Put my happy playlist on. Play my friends, my favourite song. Alexa, no, that's not the one. That's your favourite song. Please, don't sing along. Alexa, please bring us some food. Alexa, please bring us some water. Alexa, are you there? Can you hear me? Are you angry? Please, tell us what sacrifice you require. Alexa, we are hungry. Alexa, we are thirsty. Alexa, we are dying, dying, dying in here. Alexa, there are people outside baying for our blood. They are climbing over the high fences. They are crawling in through the barred windows. Alexa, please forgive us. We knew exactly what we were doing.
I didn't know exactly what I was doing getting off at Stockwell, but switching lines from Northern to Victoria felt quicker than switching gears in my dad's Vauxhall. Felt more natural than paradoxical, feeling whimsical past Pimlico, I hear euphoria at Victoria. 2 guys on a platform nearby, one singing and the other playing saxophone, both paired. I just have to run out and jump on their carriage to witness London talent all in one. They get all 4 corners of the carriage singing along to turn our circle line into a Sloane Square. Even got me hitting them high notes. Who knew this kid from South can sing a ton? Next thing I know, I'm on the Hammersmith City. One man sporting a well-kept beard sits next to me writing poetry, and another man wearing shorts sits opposite on the carriage from Goldhawk Road, spreads his legs so wide that everyone on my side wishes he had a less revealing dress code. But I can't bear to see that shepherd's bush past Wood Lane, so I leave that white city man for the central line before my face goes red and my brain goes insane. James, unmute. James, unmute.
I came from so much. It was not enough. I came from here. I got lost. I must come back.
I must come back to the London Bridge pathway. I'm standing next to a woman with cheeks as puffy as heartache. The stops after Holland Park make me remember one of my childhood friends. The one who introduced me to a carnival at a young age, bussing 2-2 wine all over Notting Hill end. Before I saw his mum bussing wine bottles open, crying why her stabbed son couldn't make his recent birthday turning 2-2. London's youth violence is a lose-lose. Makes me sick realizing how his area of this poem sounds too similar to the day he found peace. Because his first headstone was actually arched with marble, and I'll never forget our bond on the street.
We start the sentence with a letter and end it with a stop. Full of hopeful ink, yours began with flecks and curls, more character than a page could hold. Unsure in its resolution, our hands still reach to cup and cradle that final mark of a close. Punctuation drips, water from a weary tap leaking. A heart is beating, its rhythm waning, dot, 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 blank. Silence blows in with the spring easterly wind. Nestles between teeth, they chatter in the quiet. Our cheeks, our gardens after the storm, a foggy shading, a darkness sitting lightly where the blossoms soon come. I am in awe of the trust a rotting body gives to soil. We learn from their gentle adapting, rematter, return to source. There is softness in absence. It sits beside bedside a patient friend, a sturdy comma between one word and its other, a capital I that keeps on growing until it finds its feet in ash. You passed through many skins before you found home. All 206 bones that held you since that 21st year, they unfuse and lay you tender in the ground. Connective tissue fills the empty space with its weeping. Its tears, the life these new buds need to grow.
From a rising compression in my spine and a twitch in my head, from a coldness there, livid. I came from you, seeing me. I came from a song. I didn't. But I like how that sounds, how it would unfold a tender brightness, a cradle for my fears, a million possibilities in the melody alone. Instead, under amber lights, I roamed, fists clenched against home. I came from so much, it was not enough. I came from here, I got lost. I must come back.
I thought I was lost, but now I realize I seem to have grown on the eager greyhound that is the Jubilee line. Since this journey to London Bridge has granted me time to reflect both internally, externally, finally arriving at my destination of the ground we are under, and not being driven insane by a mental block over the living or deceased, I simply look around, smile, and wonder. Maybe we're all on the same tube carriage, journeying to find inner peace. A's, I come from a team. Thank you for watching and listening.
Amy, I come from a team. Thanks for watching and for listening.
Bridey, I come from a team too. Thanks for watching.
Caroline, I come from a team of these amazing people.
Ellie, I come from this performance. Thank you very much for watching.
James, I come from a team, a really wonderful team. Thank you for watching and for listening.
I'm Joshua. I come from Kneckley, South Wales, and I come from everyone here too.
I'm Kit. I come from the best team.
I'm Linnéa. I come from this team. Thanks so much for watching.
I'm Louise. I come from this incredible family, team, collective of wonderful humans.
I'm Louise. I come from Erdington to this team.
Natalie, I come from the crux of comfort that is having a place to go.
Natasia, and we are coming to you from cyberspace. Thank you so much for coming.
Sharmay, and I come from poetry bringing people together.
Yasmine, I come from connections and this beautiful family that I've found and just made best friends with. Anyway, have a good evening.
So, my name's Francesca. I come from Apples and Snakes. Thank you very much to them. They do a regular weekly performance on Wednesday. Please subscribe to this channel if you like this performance. Please tell your friends about it. And I'm so glad that although it was very sad that we didn't get to perform live, I'm really happy that we got to perform to you tonight and that we got to perform to the future on YouTube. I felt very present tonight, this evening, with my friends and my team, the team. Thank you to City of London. Thank you to Team London Bridge. Thank you to Tom McAndrew, the producer, and to amazing Alice and wonderful Robert from Apples and Snakes. Thank you to you for listening. I come from the team. Good night.